a no tennis plug.
All the missions seem to be turning over a new leaf.
I just better plug in and find what I read.
Yes, I've noticed I have.
Righto. Righto.
That's on tape, we'll put that onto there.
And no regrets.
Hello.
Testing on 6 metres. Hello.
Anyway, chaps, guess what's happening? They must be having a noisy time at the ministry because they're putting new pipes in the road outside. There's a big tractor lifting up a big bent pipe. And
Is this where you went today?
That's right. Hello, someone's parking close by here. And I also put I had a look at their big tenors.
It's not an official parking, is it?
Parking?
Who's parking?
No, they've kept going.
You see, it just gets cut off so quickly that you can't make of it.
Oh, I see.
I wonder how many people aren't listening to this because they're not allowed to.
This is it.
Also, I can't tell you anything about this tomorrow.
No, you can't, because that would be against the ministry's ruling.
In fact, I can't even admit that I'm on at the moment, so maybe I shouldn't be on at all.
Makes you wonder just what's going on.
Well, what's supposed to be happening tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know. If you... No, you got to say, if you're feeling very sick, here's a call from...
Graham End?
Dick. Oh, Lindsay's doing the B-cast next week, isn't he?
Yes, that's right on.
We'll give Lindsay plenty of publicity. And I suppose he'll do quite a good job. And he'll have to go around to see the roach. He'll say, hello, Mr.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is the roach. No, this is... Oh, look, I don't think we better talk too much about Mr. Roach.
Oh, sorry, John.
Oh, yeah, I just think if you talked about Kiltman again.
Yes.
Why did he find that?
I better get my
Something
goal.
was said about that.
There's nothing that says you can't have a goal.
Oh, no, that wasn't referring to Kiltman, but I think it was referring to a certain uncle of mine.
Now, where is the gonk? Oh, here we are, the Tanno gonk. They did make good gonks, the Tanno people. There we are. Yes. Now, you finished all your exams. I suppose you're very happy about that, Paul.
Oh, of course. I mean, who wouldn't be? Now I can sit back. I have more than 2 months to do nothing.
I don't suppose you can come on 80 or anything.
Well, if it messes things up.
That's what, the TV?
Well, no, nobody's watching TV.
You mean if it doesn't come out where you want it to come out? What I should have is 2 tunable receivers, one for you and one for John.
Then we could work split frequencies.
I could get the FM tuner. Could I tweak that easily up to 6, down to 6? Or would I wreck it?
You'd have to you'd wreck it.
Well, what can I tweak? I've got a 10 set, but I don't want to keep running the 10 set on batteries.
Pity you couldn't AC-tise a 10 set power supply.
I know what I can do.
What?
The 10 set power supply runs on 24 volts. No, about 30 volts. Oh, let's see. How many volts have I got going into that thing? More than 24 volts. Although maybe when I stick 10 set it might load it down. But you know it's like having vibrator things with him. Oh, hang on. I'd like to be able to do that. I wish we had our light beam going again. And we have to get the light beam exchange all organised as well. Just a lot of noise in this missions. I know it's coming from. It's not coming from 6. Oh, where is it coming from? This is very interesting. It's a mic channel. Oh, Mike's having a Williams. There we are. Oh, no wonder. Huh. All those cracklies I thought were 6 metres.
Well, a lot of them are, of course.
But of course it's Billikes.
John and I on completely different frequencies. There's a terrible heterodyne there.
Is there a heterodyne there?
There is a heterodyne. Look, I have to get a different sievers because this heterodyne is no good.
No, you need 2 sievers. 2 sievers.
All I need is... The thing is, Paul's no stronger than you are.
So you need 2 sievers.
Yeah.
And they both need to be as good.
Yeah, the 10 set would pick someone up okay. Let me see.
You know why my strength has gone down?
Why?
Well, the wind that we had the other day,
Yes.
the radial... Oh, what is that?
Your missions have just fallen right down.
It wrecked the tenors.
Yes, it did actually.
Yes, because I can't hear you on 6, Paul.
Yeah, well, I suggest Paul buys a new tenors, goes to the parachute man, buys some new tenors.
You know those coaxial tenors made out of coax line in PVC tubing?
Yes.
I think I might try one of them because it's only 0.6 of a wavelength per element, so 3 element one would be about 18 feet high.
And it would have tons of gainies.
Yeah.
And I might just do that.
And it would be portable, so you could stick it on the roof of the car.
That's
and you
right.
could take it up to fire towers and...
Yeah. And I could stick one out my window here.
And it would match straight into 50 ohms.
It does it?
Yes.
Look, John,
Or
I
75.
think I might just build one of them very
What
quickly.
kind of tennis is that?
You know
Collinear.
those coaxial collinears with bits of coax joined together? I think I'm going to make a 4-element one shortly
They're so easy to build too.
for missions.
Yes.
Sounds like John has a Mel Fraser flu.
Yes. Oh,
It's hay fever.
hay fever. Hay fever.
You've only got to identify the station too.
Yeah.
You haven't got to say what frequency you're on, they should know.
Anyway, we're not going to tell them.
Right, because if they don't know what frequency we're on, they've got non-approved receivers.
Will that
It's
car
working
putting
on this
sparkies on
frequency.
my missions cease? Oh, I've got to go and tune again.
Did you put it on a tap on the formers?
Oh, what formers?
The HT formers and the mitters?
No?
Well, how did you get half killed?
Well, I just drop in the drive.
Ah, yes, because it's better to get half killed by using less volts.
Mind
No drive.
you, the drive, it seems to make it modulate better, actually.
Interesting.
As I was talking to the G's yesterday, or the day before, whatever, and when I went down to low power, they said, "Oh, you're coming out of the..." No, he didn't say that. He said, "Oh, yes," he says, "I'm kicking the meter up."
It's the elation meter. It is upward swinging.
Whereas he said, "Well, your modulation, it's not very deep this morning."
It's in the background.
Yes.
It's in the background of the missions.
So
Do-do-do-do-do.
you ought to put up big 160 tenors, Paul, because you might be an auxiliary station
Yes, I intend to do that.
tomorrow.
I haven't got any more of that.
Good.
I'm just a pest.
Yes.
It's a pest.
What's Paul can look? I reckon if you just put a quarter wavelength on your car phone, just sticking out in the room, that'd work better, wouldn't it, John?
I stuck the tennis as the car phone itself is playing up, I think.
You shouldn't use car phones.
No.
They're grotty.
They just. I reckon you ought to buy yourself a C45, C42. Look, why don't you get that one of Lindsay's? He's never used it.
I don't know. Oh, I think it's alright.
Do you mean he pulled it to bits?
When he started.
He got a bargain with that, that's for sure.
Because a 42 for $10.
Yeah. It's only because Mr. Trees didn't like him. He just went through one of his funny fads.
You know that tape about Mr. Trees?
Yes.
Wait, I'll have to get a dubbing of that.
Yes.
Yes. How long is it? 30 minutes.
Something like that. I know where you can get 2 dubbings of it.
Yes.
Paul would know as well.
Is the original still there?
I don't know because it didn't.
Yes, it is. Oh,
I don't know because let's say it wasn't produced here.
Yes, because I want to go and I'll come along one day in Austin with Bayer
Oh yes.
and we'll do big dubs.
Ah yes. Yes. No, I don't
you
know.
hear it.
What's that? I haven't heard it yet, but I have heard some little extracts of it, I think. and I think it'll be exceptionally good.
Yes, well,
You know how I could cure this problem?
how? Well, we did... I think...
Come upon 80 metres.
No, go into Dave's with a pair of headphones.
Well, I suppose that would be one way of doing a crossband. You could sit in the other room.
Yeah. I could bring around my headphones.
Yeah.
Headphones.
Yes.
Hey, John, Paul, you've gone right off frequency or something. I don't know what's happened to him. I think his missions are wrecked, John.
The missions have had the Williams.
How can we fix his missions up? What can we do to them?
You could drive the car over the car phone.
Yeah. I think he'll just have to come up on 80 or something. You see, what happens when he comes up on 80, his brother listens to XY all night, and it makes troubles on his receivers.
It's just going to have to be too bad. What's wrong with having one of them? Some of them can do quite good. They'd be quite good for making missions.
You should go. What's come down as a picture of a Tano speaker, does it?
Yes, it does. No, it doesn't, but it looks good.
Oh, my arm's all sore where I fell over. Oh, you know the eavesdropper's wrecked, Paul?
Oh, no.
You know the other night I told you I fell over with it?
No.
Oh, well, I suspect it could have been a certain man for the ministry, actually. I was outside monitoring a thing, and this car came by, and I ran very fast to get back into the house quickly because I thought it could have been something bad, and I slipped over, skidded around, fell on the eavesdropper, wrecked the eavesdropper.
Wrecked your arm.
That's right. So
eavesdroppers has had the Williams.
it turned up and it just goes into feedback now, and it's all dials cracked and everything. So I'll have to do a major reconstruction on it.
My poor eavesdropper.
My poor eavesdropper.
Or my former poor.
Yeah,
Poor eavesdropper has bit the dust.
that's right.
So that's quite expensive to wreck an eavesdropper.
It is. Well, look, have you got any alternative missions you can come up on, Paul? You can't come up on HF at all.
See, I could come up on 2am, but you couldn't have listens.
Yeah. Paul, what about 10 metres or something like that? You can come up on those bands, can't you? But you've got your thing goes. You've got a Geloso VFO, haven't you? And
Yes, but Geloso VFO take the
Geloso has had the Williams.
Well,
By
look-
the way,
oh no! Hold it. Hello. On harmonics, how do you mean? A harmonic. Whereabouts on 80? Ah. Well, I don't know if that's a harmonic because I have checked this transmitter out quite regularly. I know there's one on... Yeah. Oh, that's right, yes. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I thought you were somebody else ringing up, as a matter of fact. You've got a fairly similar voice to somebody else. Yeah, oh, well, that's no worries then. Yeah. Yeah. That's right, yeah. Yeah, well, that's very interesting. Yeah, sorry I can't put you to air because we had a few problems about putting telephones to air. Yeah. Yeah, just let me know that, yeah, that's still picking me up. Well, thanks very much anyhow for letting us know. Yeah. 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 Oh, yeah. Have you heard us at all since that last time you rang up? Oh, yes, that's good to know. What it is, it's a harmonic, say the receiver has got an oscillator in it. And if that oscillator has got a second harmonic, it beats with my signal and it comes out of your radio, you see.
or an image.
Ah, yes. Ah, yeah, well, they quite often pick it up. It's only because it's a strong signal. And that still does it. Yeah. I think you'll find that those, the cheaper brands often do it. I know a chap who's got a car radio, and he picks me up quite well. Well, it doesn't, as long as it doesn't interfere with the station, it doesn't really matter all that much. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm running lower power than I usually have been doing, but it probably wouldn't make much difference in your area. That's right, yeah, we can't expect anything different, really. That's right, yeah, with wires hanging out the window and everything. Actually, it's not a battery, it's an antenna tuning unit. Yeah. Yeah. What dog do you take for a walk? Not a boxer dog. Oh, I see. Oh, well.
And we say...
Oh, that's right, yeah. That's right, most likely. Yeah, okay, well, if I see you, I'll say hello or something. Yeah. Mm. Ah, yes. Yeah. Ah, yes. Mm. That's right, yes.
Yes. What do you make of it? I was just trying to blow some dust out of the microphone.
Yeah, oh well. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, you know my phone number. You can ring me up any time. What about what time would this be? Happen? Yeah, well, if you, it's sort of like wouldn't mind giving you some advice there. Not that I know very much myself, really, but it might. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, well. Okay, see, I'm often not home. Just ring. When would I be home? Let's think. I'm usually home. Oh, you'd have to keep ringing, on and off because. Or you could leave a note in the letterbox or something. Most likely, yes. Yeah. Well, they won't be around till early in the new year. So there's no worries about the fish. Yeah. Okay, thanks, I might see you. Right. Well, see you. Cheers. Yes. You chap still there?
Yes, who was that?
That was that chap, Paul, who lives down the road a bit. Apparently his school group, they're setting up a radio station or something. He was going to have Mike Lynch come along and have a look at it, but he was just suggesting whether I might come along sometime and maybe be able to offer some advice, I suppose, on it. Yeah, someone's off frequency, I don't know, I can't hear you at all. Yeah, John, you drop off a minute and I'll tune Paul in and you can tune on top of him.
Yeah, what I was going to say is actually, I don't think it's going to work.
This going right off now.
I don't think this is going to work. You're going to get difficulty.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Is Paul coming around? Is that right, Paul?
Yes, I think I might have to.
Is that the only way you can do a crossband? But then it's not a crossband, it's just a visit. Oh, well, I don't...
I can still talk to John from there.
Yes. Oh, well, if you want to do visits, it doesn't worry me. You know, come along if you like. I can give you a 10 set to take home or something. Oh, well. But see, it's more fun talking to two people. What could I do? I'll tell you what I could do, Paul. You there?
Yes.
Look, why don't
Yeah, but put your muse on.
Yeah, why don't you... see, your transmission is sort of wafting up and down.
It almost sounds as though the crystals have the Williams.
Yeah. Would you like to come on 525 just for a short test and I'll see if I can hear you better there?
Righto.
Okay, just hang on a minute, John. I'll just tune down to the other channel. I think it's about here.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, and I haven't even tuned up for that frequency.
Oh, look, wouldn't it rock you, eh? My channel.
Oh no, you're wafting again.
No, it's had it.
Looks like your driver tube's had it or something.
Looks like something's had it.
Oh, what can we do about this?
Maybe I've got a flat battery.
You know, Paul, I think that's your main problem. I really think it is. Is there any method, do you think you can boost your battery? Stick it on... See, I think that battery of yours has seen its best days. Yeah.
It shouldn't have, it's not that old.
Yeah, but having a battery floating around the shack, they wreck more than having it in the car, really, because they get neglected and, you know, all this. Let's see, what can we do? See, what gets me, you come on and you're strong for a few seconds and you go weak again, which indicates that it could be a battery wrecking.
Yeah, could be.
Have you got it on charge at the moment?
Yes, I always have charge whenever I'm on.
Yeah. Have you got a hydrometer?
No.
Look, I'll tell you what. I might just whiz around there very quickly with the hydrometer and we'll just see if your battery's any good or not.
But that won't be much point because it still won't improve things.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to have a spare battery, but we know what happened to that. Yes. I don't know, I haven't got any equipment I can lend you
Well,
here.
there's two options.
Yeah.
One, I can go to bed and forget it and listen.
But then, you know, it's best to have two people on.
Or two, I can come around. But apart from that, unless you can listen on channel B, which is very undesirable.
Yeah. What can we do? Wish we had the light beam thing set up again.
Yes, anything would.
What about,
The light beam.
if I just have a loop of tape from your place to mine?
Oh, it would take a while.
Yeah.
Could always come on the spare light beam, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Do you think your trouble with 80 metres is the fact that it's your transmitter? It must be, mustn't it?
I'm sure it is. Oh, of course, I haven't got a proper tennis for 8 years.
Yeah.
But I'm not willing to find out whether or not it's working at this hour of the night. I'll wait till daytime for that.
Well, I just don't know what to do. I really don't. Maybe if you just kept quiet for a few minutes, then your battery might come up to better strength or something.
Oh, I think it would take a few hours before
It's probably sulfated or something.
sulfate.
How about if you take all the valves out of your receiver and it won't load the battery so much? He doesn't think much of that comment, obviously.
Not really.
Yeah. What spare rig have I got that I could lend you to talk on? Apart from a 10 set, and that runs on 24 volts anyhow, unless you want to use the batteries, which wouldn't last too long. Let's see, we've got some problems. This mic's hissing again. Let's see. Yeah, this mic's having a bit of a Williams too. It's got hear my mic having...
Yes, I can actually.
That's with the mic turned on. When I turn the mic switch off. So it's not in the preamp, it's in the mic.
No, but don't forget the preamp and the microphone is before the switch.
It's okay because I can speak on the I can speak on the effects mic while we're in trouble. So I'll put it back to you there. We'll go back to channel. We'll go back to the other channel anyhow. So John, if you'd like to leave a carrier on so I can let him, and I'll wind up to the other top end of the band. There you are.
Yes, there I am. Yeah, actually, Dave, you phone a lot of car phones, they switch the receiver off while it's on mid anyway.
But not the valves. They wouldn't switch off.
They don't switch the heaters off, but they switch the HT. Still, it would. Yeah, but it'd be too much like hard work to pull your emitters out.
Well, what can we do, Paul? It's got bad emitters and everything.
Oh, what's the time? It's only getting on for midnight.
Yeah. Well,
Unless I go to bed.
And have no crossband tonight.
Yes. Because I have got to do some intelligent work tomorrow.
You do you? You don't call this intelligent. That's not very good to hear.
No, I didn't say that. I said if I do too much intelligent work tonight, I won't have the ability to do any more tomorrow.
What's this effects mic sound like? Tinny, I guess. Actually, it'll probably sound better than the other one. It's very peaky.
Yes, it is.
Sounds very bad. Yeah. See, Paul doesn't seem to have any emitters at all that work properly.
Yes.
He's always had this problem. Like he bought a car phone from the George.
Yes, and always the George phone was always.
Well, it was never good value.
Yes. By the way, Dave, you know that message about the missions that you got?
Yes.
You know the time that missions you heard came on? The ones that you requested?
Yes.
Yes, that's usually about the time the missions
would be on normally.
Okay. So, for future reference, keep this notice.
Yes, we'll keep that in notice. Yeah, that I'll just clean the contacts here of the Bill Ikes. Yeah, well, look like Paul's got a lot of problems with his transmitter.
We're going to have to repeat that missions now because you missed it.
Yes, oh well, it's good in a way. What can we do? How can we give him something to talk on?
Well,
I mean, if he comes over here, it's okay, but it's a bit silly, really, isn't it? To come over to talk to someone just because you can't talk on the air because your emitters is wrecked.
Well, it ruins the triple crossband.
It seems to defeat the whole idea, really, doesn't it?
Yes.
And things haven't changed here much since he was around last. But and he can't come and do certain things here that he used to be able to do because, well, they've got no outlet anymore.
This is right.
He used to tape some records. Actually, you could bring some records around I want to tape for my own listening use. So,
yes.
See, I don't think maybe his charger just doesn't put enough power in.
Well, maybe that's the case. Maybe the charger has had the tuttle.
I think it has. I reckon you ought to get himself, well, his 160...
An AC tuttle supply.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to rely on getting tuttle for the emitters.
That's right.
From the tuttle batteries.
That's right, yeah. Now we'll see if this Bill Ikes works again. Will I ever hear you?
If I put up colinear tenors, it would probably hear Paul with his Dick Williams emitters.
That's right, yes, it probably would too.
Squeak.
Squeak.
Squawk.
Squawk. There we are.
Squeak,
now we'll see if we can hear this.
Squawk.
Wrong way.
This microphone, such a waste of human energy having to hold it up. I'm going to get the other one. The
doesn't sound as good.
This one.
We've got the wrong pedants.
This one doesn't sound better than the other one, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, how's that, eh? No frying noises at all.
You're not frying any more sausages.
That's right.
Oh, hang on. I might be able to match a funny belikes into the quarters
Yes.
and see what it does and use it on amp.
Yeah. Now, what can we do to Mr. Transmitter? He reckons he can't transmit because he interferes with his brother's radio.
What he should do is jump on his brother's radio.
Well, this is it. I mean, what if you were listening? Say, if you had to get up in the morning at 8 o'clock or something, you were listening to a station on the radio. Then all of a sudden, at 1 in the morning, you heard this interference. I wouldn't worry about it. I'd just turn the thing off, wouldn't you?
That's right. Anybody in their right mind would.
That's right. I mean, it seems that
It seems that some people have a distorted sense of humour.
they've got to have this continuous background of commercial pressure to make them happy or
And
something.
it's not even access.
That's right. Yeah. Oh well, who knows? Looks like. Oh, I don't know.
Hello, test. Hello, test.
Well, that doesn't sound very good at all, John.
Doesn't it?
No.
Well, what we could do is try yet another one. It's got a white noise on it too.
It has.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hello, testing one. That's even Bill worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I could plug it into, if I plugged it into the right place, the negative 60 dBm socket, it might work.
Oh, in the buyer, the mic socket.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm plugging in bridge at the moment.
They're microphonic.
They are. Do you know, John, that though if you short out the two actives on the minus 60 dBm socket,
Yes,
your bridge and 600 ohm things come up to much higher gain?
they do that.
Yeah, you can plug a microphone directly into 600 or bridge then.
I didn't think that would happen.
Well, it does.
I haven't actually tried that.
Let's just get a piece of wire. Bill wires. Where's Bill wire?
Ah, yes. Well, what we could do, Paul, we could put a wire between your place and mine. Now, if we had some really thin wire,
Hello, test. Hello.
well, still a lot of hums and white noise. We could put a wire between your place and mine, and you could talk to me on it. I could get a reel of hookup wire, or really thin transformer winding wire, and just spread it along the street, and we might be able to make contact that way. So I don't know what you think about that. Looks like his missus has really had it, because I haven't heard him.
Does look a bit that way. Doesn't it?
Yeah, isn't bad. I mean, all his missus just wreck.
That's right. They just wreck. They've got an unfortunate sense of
Wrecking.
wrecking.
So, at least, my mitters wreck too, but I usually have standby mitters. I can use 10 set if
Yes.
things really wreck.
I've got B47
That's
standby
right.
meters here.
And I've got standby 160 metre mitters.
Yes.
I've got standby program line to the
Yes.
mitter's room. But it's in the same twin pair, so it doesn't really matter.
Hello, test.
Yeah. You've certainly got a microphonic preamp there.
And the preamp isn't microphonic. I think it's the output stage because
Why not just talk into the buyer?
it's super into the speaker.
Yeah.
I'll unplug the mic and see what happens.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't work.
Well, I've got a microphonic thing here. If I turn down my gain,
Yes.
see it's all microphonic, this mixer.
Yes. We got to bang the wire pretty hard to get that microphone
Yeah.
ring out of it.
Remember that time we made a recording on the Pyrex by yelling into its little air hole?
Yes, into the 6AU6.
That's right. So it means if you wanted to record something and you left the mic at home, you could still do it.
That's right.
Are you still there, Paul, or what's going on? His thing's wrecked completely.
Paul's missus
He's
has had
wrecked.
the Williams.
Well,
That's right. I've got another microphone preamp.
is your light beam working very well yet, John? Will it
My
work
light
between
beam?
me and Paul?
the Sievers would, but I haven't got a powerful enough emitters.
Oh, there he is. Just go off a minute. Go off a minute, John. We'll see what Paul's got to say.
Yes, I think I might go to bed, actually.
Oh well, I suppose that's...
Yes, what I was saying, Dave,
Yeah.
the Sievers works, but
Yeah.
the mitters, well, we still haven't got a powerful mitters going,
I see.
which is a bit of a bill drags,
It certainly would be.
because you don't know what makes
I don't suppose you would, really, would you?
No, it's quite disconcerting.
Yeah. Anyway, well, looks like Paul's going to bed because Evie's fed up with all his equipment.
Yes, I'm fed up with all my equipment.
Well, yeah, what can we do?
Well, I could leave the battery to charge up all night.
Is your battery sulfated?
What do you mean, sulfated?
Well, short it out. If it gives a big bang, it's okay. If it only gives a minor bang, it's
Yeah,
not...
but if you short it out,
Couldn't you swap it with the Fisher's battery?
not really. I don't think it would be a very good idea.
I think Johnny's overmodulating. Well, I don't know. What we could do with your problem there, Paul?
Test, hello, test. Sounds awful.
Well, I think I'll just sorry about this, John. I think I'll just go to bed and I'll listen to you and I'll forget all about it tonight and try and get things working for some other time. Because I was thinking about coming around, but I don't know whether it's worth it.
Well, it's very late, isn't it? What time would you have to get back by?
Well, actually, Fish is working tonight. So I could sneak out.
What time does Fish work till?
7 a.m.
Well, look, if you want to come around, I didn't think of that. I just thought that if you did, you'd probably get Fish would be spewing. I won't be going to bed till about 3 because I've had my sleep this afternoon.
Yeah, but do you think it's worth it?
Well, all I've got to do is sit here, but you've got to come around. So, I mean, it's up to you, really. Hello? Someone's pulling into a driveway close by here.
The only problem is if brothers hear me going out, they're going to have a spew in the morning.
Yes, this is right.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a bit bad, that.
Oh, well, I guess all you can do there is just fix up your transmitters so they work properly in future. Well, it's working okay now.
The moral of the story is one should have their emitters always in good working order.
Yeah.
Yes.
I suggest, Paul, that you try and fix up 80 and find out why that's wrecking. Because
I will.
that's better for crossbands.
Yes, well, I'll find out what's wrong with that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can do it during the day, but I can't do it now because if it doesn't work and all the feedback comes out of Brother Sievers in the middle of the night, he will come up here and I'll be very unpopular. It's not really, it is my fault that it's all happening. Well, it's not really because he's listening to the prestigious.
Well, look, really,
If it's a Prestige, it said on the
if he listens
radio
to...
that
If he listens...
Prestige were unusable and they were dangerous to public health.
Is that right?
Yes,
Well, he should take...
because the formers in them leak
Ah.
somehow.
Oh, yeah, when was that on, John?
There was a great stir about Prestige Sievers about 8 months ago.
Oh, but they fixed them all up after that.
Yes, but
Do you mean they leak? When you short out the formers, they leak wax, do they?
no, what they do, the 240 leaks to the case and you get cuted. So when you're in bed listening to it, if it's plugged in instead of using the batteries, well you get and if you're a kilt, well you get cuted.
I see.
It's a very cute set of Sievers.
Yes, and therefore you shouldn't listen to it because it's bad to public health.
Well, I suggest that Paul does get his 80 metres working. If he had a proper antenna, he'd be much better off.
Yes,
It's so bad, really, isn't it, not having a proper
because
thing?
it's just no good when you can't use the meters because somebody listens all the time.
Yeah. Oh, well,
So he should subsidise your licence if he's going to complain like that.
that's right.
Be somebody there,
I could have a proper... Well, no... Well,
an honest
well-
contact.
John is yawning.
Yes, are you going to Auntie's tomorrow?
Yes, at 5. I've got to start at 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning.
That's right.
Jesus, that's bad.
It's not
Like
bad.
Jet Jackson just went to the
Yeah. It's not all that bad because,
Actually, because you get out at lunchtime.
well, a little bit after lunchtime.
Oh,
But
yes.
you see, you've got to
You could
about
come
2
past the
o'clock.
Hawthorn branch.
Well, I suppose I could. But I usually have sleeps after work, so I can stay up all night doing crossband, but there's
yes.
nobody here to do it with. Let's say there's no
nobody.
crossband and other activities have been curtailed as well, so...
What if you get an envelope that curtails them further?
That wasn't... Look, we don't want to say things like that. It could put ideas in people's minds.
Harlow, we're not referring to the amateur missions. We're referring to the gardening job.
Oh, yes.
Cheerio.
Are you going off, are you, Paul? Okay, good night. I'll see you later on.
Good night.
No, who goes cheerio?
I don't know.
Kevin Hyde.
Oh. Well, what's this about
We're
gardening,
talking about
John?
Ah, don't worry
It
about
was just something to get out of the problem.
it. Was to get over the problem. It was just, look, due to the technical difficulties in our station, we had to put something else where the mission should have been.
That's right, because something else wasn't very nice to say.
And, no, yes, but it had the Williams on the formers had the Williams, and so
Oh,
as
I
it was
see.
in the formers, we couldn't get it out.
I see.
And well, set fell on the floor and wrecked.
Oh. Yeah. Yes. That chap who rang up before,
Yes.
he had a voice very much like somebody else.
So when you first heard it, you thought
And
that
he says, I'm listening to you on a harmonic, and I thought, oh. But it was only,
it was only a friendly
Yeah,
mission
a friendly-
rather than a foe mission.
that's right, a friendly call. So I might be hearing from him a bit later on.
Very.
Have you heard from the Horn lately?
Isn't she be on tomorrow, I think?
What happened to her when she fell down the stairs?
Oh, I think she twisted her ankle or something.
Oh, but surely she could come in and do missions with just a twisted ankle.
Well, you know what it's like.
What's happened to the Adams? Is she on holiday?
She's on holidays, yes. And of course the Evans will be on holes too, and the Bain will be doing his program.
And the Ackfield is sick and the Coombe is sick? Oh,
Look, everything there is up the Williams.
Ooh.
All our announcing staff is
and what's happened to Mr. Biscuits? Isn't he on anymore?
oh, he's on long holiday for about 3 or 4 months.
Mr. Biscuit is
Hello,
on
who's
biscuit
this?
holiday.
So does that mean Mr. Woolworths has taken over the VKLX program?
Mr. Cole,
Yes,
is he on? What time's he on?
8:30.
In the morning?
Don't worry.
Oh, no,
Because
no.
That means there's
No,
no
the
VKLX
Lynch.
program anymore.
No, Lynch starts at 8:30 now.
Oh, it's the Lynch, is it?
You go in there at 9:15, and you only have the Lynch up to 11 o'clock, which is interesting. Then you've got the Nelson till 3, and it's a drag.
The Nelson cell.
Thanks.
Because let's say he's not,
He makes a lot of chlorine.
what, the Nelson cell? How many volts do you get out of a Nelson cell?
Oh, you don't get volts out, you put volts in.
And you get chlorine out.
Yes.
Yes.
Pity your missions isn't working properly, because we could have intelligent comment from Beck.
That's right.
So the Horn fell down the stairs. That would have been funny to watch.
Look,
Is the Horn rather big, according to Mr. K, who was making comments?
When did the horn fall down the stairs?
Monday.
Flying Horn.
So that means the horn show isn't on.
That's right. Let's say the horn.
It must be funny when they get their monitor tapes and they listen to all this bilge and there's kilts and horns.
Yes, it's a bit bad, really.
And, well, yes, and
And Biscuits and the Williams
biscuit men and biscuit holidays.
and the Woolworths and the cheese and the Cyril
Yes, and all these.
and the Evans.
Just suppose if you got asked to.
The Tuttle.
Just think, and the Tuttle. Just think if you got asked to explain the meanings. And well, you didn't know what they meant because you'd never heard of them.
It's just I've got a Vox and it cuts out the first bit of each word.